What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action spawning in the left side of the map. I guess technically this is left, even though it's right for me, it's technically left. Anyway, his name is Kimo. He's playing Ra, and he's in the red color. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Poseidon. Well, you already know. You see Poseidon in the game. You see Matreiuss in the game. And that is no different here in this game. We've got the map Marsh. This game is from the Meta Plays. I think it's the 6th one-day tournament that they've hosted. A very, very, very cool, supportive community of tournament organizers that get together and they put on these one-day tournaments for kind of retro games, Age of Mythology, the Titans, Halo Wars, StarCraft 2. I believe they do some stuff for a different game, but I can't remember it. Anyways, we move on and we're thinking about this. So Marsh. So the map is Marsh, correct? And this is the tournament. So I'm not going to cover this entire tournament. This is one of the finals, so it might spoil some of the previous games for you. So spoilers there. Maybe just forget that I said this was the finals if you are intending to watch these games. But I do encourage you to go over and check Meta Plays out if you want more Age of Mythology content. We've got the tournament was covered by Nakamura, Danny, for fuck's sake, Australian like me. Hilarious human being. And also AOL Iron Maiden did some casting there as well, so you can check him out on Twitch. Enough of the plugs. There's a lot of really, really good Age of Mythology content creation happening nowadays, especially some really high-level 1v1s going on. If you really like those as well, you can go and watch Matreiuss stream. You can watch Kimo stream. You can watch Soup stream. We're all on Twitch. We all got some stuff here. It's a really, really fun, exciting time to be alive if you're on when they're streaming. And even if you're not, you can go watch their VODs. It's really, really cool. Anyways, relics on the map. We do see Kimo has found the Titans treasure. He knows what's important in this matchup. We did learn a little bit about the ways in which Ra wins Poseidon in this game, didn't we? We watched we watched Squash play Matreiuss on Ghost Lake the other day, whatever it was. And we did learn something there. Are we going to see that in this game or not? That's the question. More things to look at. We do see the Pharaoh is finding himself the toothed arrows as well, which is an extra 5% archer and ballista, Kara ballista, pierce damage. Very, very good relic there as well. We've got the mithril horseshoes in the middle of the map. Definitely a relic that Kimo's going to want to get, but I doubt he's really scouted that. And there's holy S-tier relics. Holy ST relics right now for Matreiuss. Kimo's not going to get that. We do see the temple coming up very, very quickly here for Kimo as he's realizing he needs to get to the next age. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Kimo didn't do the build right. I've told you guys. I'm going to tell you guys. The meta for Egyptians has been created. I am the meta. I have got the biggest ego out there, and I'm not ashamed to say it. 2 villages food, 2 villages gold. Just do it, and you're going to have success every single game. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. And then once you've done it, do it some more. Anyways, moving onwards and upwards, we do see Matreiuss going through Hermes here. We've got Tar for Kimo. No surprises. We've seen this time and time again, but what we haven't seen are these walls in the temple coming up here for Matreiuss. He's showing some blockages here. He's doing his thing. We've got the question about the tree that's over here. And yes, this is my marijuana tree. And yes, it's for good times only. So that's why it's in my good times room. Correct. Very good. Wonderful. Apparently, we've received a hype train emote. So let me share that. Choo-choo. Boom. Okay. Onwards and upwards. We've got the centaur popping out for Matreiuss as he's moving forward. He wants to grab that tower center in the middle of the map. He does have himself the Theseus just checking around, trying to figure out where stuff is going. If we check out Matreiuss' point of view, he does know that this relic's here and he hasn't picked it up, which is a bit of a confusing one because the Golden Lions is very, very good to be picked up. And we've talked about that a million times, but we are seeing Matreiuss is simply going to be just checking out this town center, wanting to delay that one as best as he can as the town center is now coming up. We see the Pharaoh turning around. The village is pulling off on this location here. Now, one thing you can do here if this happens to you, is you can build a granary around your villages, around your pharaoh, basically. Not necessarily finish it, but just like trap the pharaoh in there, such that the Theseus can't just keep being annoying. We will see the centaur coming in, and that's going to mean that Larry here is going to have to target this one down. We don't see the Hippolyta out just yet. So Town Center is coming up for Matreiuss, and this harass from Matreiuss, simply put, just allows Matreiuss to get his Town Center up first, which is obviously very, very good. As the centaur comes in, gets attacked, the pharaoh attacks Theseus as well, and we'll end up basically picking that one off. 4 HP remaining here, and probably time to just retreat back and get that golden lion's relic there. Imagine if we saw Hippolyta come through, Theseus get this relic, Hippolyta come in here, or maybe the other way around. We would have probably seen this get denied here, possibly. But Kimo does end up getting his Town Center up, and this build that Kimo is doing right now is looking like the classic greedy Ra. Now, you've seen the 12 farm Ra build that I've shown. It's on the YouTube channel. It's under the medium build order. It's a very, very safe, easy build to do. You've seen the fast 2 town center set builds and everything like that. This build is a variation of the fast 2 town center set build with a crazy focus on getting farms. Okay, I take it all back. I've got no idea what this is. This is a 3 town center build that Kimo's doing. He is going for this town center here. The scout spots it. Matreiuss already knows. And Matreiuss is now getting some Hippocon out. We see the pharaoh coming in here. And every single time, I think it's worth it to bring a priest over here as well, in all honesty. If he brings a priest over here, then he can be empowering this. We will see the Hippolyta coming in here as well. Town Center is going to get prevented from being empowered for just a little bit because of that Hippolyta. You can run the pharaoh. You can shifting stance the Hippolyta away. And it is going to look like the Town Center will probably get up here. I doubt that this is going to get delayed too much. No Alt-S onto the laborers there. We do see the shifting sands coming in as the Theseus will get taken down. And the Hippolyta 2 will get a little bit of damage, but the rest of these units will get out of there. But this town center is up. There's not a lot on this town center, which is a slight issue for Kimo. And right now the question is, does Kimo have Shadoof? He doesn't have Shadoof just yet. So doesn't quite have the wood for it. Has the favor now, so he will be working his way towards that one there. As villagers coming through. Oh, a little bit of a mistake there from Matreiuss. Does lose one of those villagers. There are boar here, as we will be seeing an armory coming down for Kimo. Kimo is looking like he is just... This is so greedy, but what Kimo is seeming like is doing in this game is going to be no military units, straight to the heroic age. And what the correct response here for Matreiuss actually is, and he's not doing it here, when you see an Egyptian player go 3 town centers against your 2 town centers as Poseidon, go straight to the mythic age. Don't worry about this. Don't worry. You build 1 stable, fine. Don't care. Go straight to the mythic age. It's good. That gives the Boit thumbs up. That strat. This strat, we'll see how it works. He's getting some good value here, pushing off this food right now. Beautiful, beautiful attack here. The Golden Lion's getting targeted down. 1 villager killed, but that's it. Still an advantage here for Kimo. He's at 45 villages. We are now going to start seeing those farms coming up for Kimo. And he probably, honestly, shouldn't be putting them around this town center. Maybe a wall here would be of a big assistance. And the armor is on the way. These villagers over here just hanging out. Possibly going to be seeing Kimo get himself an early rain here. Unfortunately, his Larry II just hanging out on this mining camp. Not doing all too much. We'll see how this goes. And yes, I might sound like a broken record about going to the Mythic Age. But, like, guys, I create the meta. So start following it, all right? Good. All right, Hippocon swinging around here. Going to look to try and target down Kimo as he's getting his farms up. Trying to get a little bit annoying here. The priest with the empowering of the town center means that these Hippocon take double damage. So the villagers starting to get taken down. There's some very low HP villagers here. Kimo not paying attention on this location here. Lots of farms here getting denied. 11 farms actually, as we're seeing the Hippolyta getting taken down. The villagers can simply just turn around and shank this, to be honest. At this point, they don't have themselves skin of the rhino here, but definitely turning around and getting those shanks is very good. Nice marker here from Kimo trying to get those low HP villagers into the town center, keeping them alive, but a couple more will be falling. Still an advantage here for Kimo in terms of villagers. Is at 57 of 80 villagers, just a little bit in front of Matreiuss, as the villagers are going to return back to work here. And Matreiuss retreating back over here. He's got these Hippocon looking to maybe a target down these villagers that are on this hunt here. But Kimo, he's getting Hathorn, he's getting Shaft Mine, he's getting Hand Axe. This is perfect for Kimo. I personally, unless Kimo's plan here is to go straight to Horus, I think that no need for barracks in this situation. Just straight to, you can build one barracks with the idea of getting yourself those upgrades for your spearmen. So if your opponent does go into Prodromus, you're going to be fine. But I think that the play here for Kimo is to go straight into cavalry. He's going to have so many resources because of these 3 town centers. Those cavalry are going to come out so fast that you can basically double Migdol and then spam those out. But we are seeing a pretty aggressive play here from Matreiuss going after this town center. We do see that Skin of the Rhino has popped out. The village is going to jump in over onto this location here. Village is trying to get this barracks up. Town center will get taken down, but Mercenary are coming through. The Patsukos coming down with the rock as well to help out. Where is the Migdol Stronghold going to go up? Probably over here. It's a very, very safe second gold mine for Kimo. But Kimo will be losing this town center potentially. No, the village is going to come out with the help of those Mercenary. Probably going to be enough to hold on to this one, to be honest, especially with Skin of the Rhino in to help out. Just need to keep making sure you're garrisoning those villages to keep them alive. More Mercenary cavalry coming in onto this location. As it's looking now, Matreiuss has somehow, some way overtaken Kimo in the villager count, even though he's only on 2 town centers. But yes, there is a whole minute that Matreiuss is going to have to use on aging up, so that'll be a little bit more of an advantage for Kimo there. Kimo trying to get, he's got a lot of food in the bank here. So we see the Patsukos holding on over here. This town center still alive. Still no barracks up. He does have a barracks or 2 up here. He does have the market up. So he does have some ideas of getting to the next age. He didn't throw up a Migdol over here. Very big question mark maneuver here as we are seeing the Patsukos getting pulled over onto this location. The Pharaoh is looking like it's going to get taken down. The village is getting taken down as well, but it does look like the Hippocon have been dealt with here nicely as the Spearman does come over here. The Spearmen circle around as well, and this town center is not long for this world. Even though it's seeming as if Kimo is trading very, very nicely here, I think that Matreiuss doesn't mind so much these trades. Does he have himself Shaft Mine is the question. He doesn't have Shaft Mine or Hand Axe. I'll let you guys know on a little secret. Just a little secret here. The secret is Bowsaw is actually really, really good for Greek. I learned this the other day. I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Victor, the Madman, the extended edition Madman player, has told me, let me know. I did kind of know, but I never really thought about it that much. But Bowsaw for Greek is a must grab if you're going to stay in Classical Age. Even if you get, even later, it's basically just must grab that because it gives you a lot more wood. Helps you with every farm transition. And we are seeing that in this moment here. Kimo has managed to defend this incredibly well. Incredibly well. And it's looking as if the villager count is even. Matreiuss has got himself 2,300 food in the bank. And you heard me correctly. That's 12 minutes, 50 seconds into this game. Bit of a misplay if you ask me from Matreiuss. Needed more villagers on golds here. But he's on his way through Dionysus here. Dionysus. I think Matreiuss. Guys. Are we going to see Hydra? I think we're going to see Hydra in this game. We're going to see Hydra. He's got 55 favor. He's got 4 villagers on favor. He's going Dionysus. He wants to spam Hydra. There is no good answer for Kimo against Hydra in the Heroic Age. So the question here is, will Kimo be able to get to the Mythic Age? If Kimo can get the Son of Osiris out, the Mummy out, these Hydra will be absolutely useless. But if Matreiuss can hit a timing in the Heroic Age with these Hydra, they're going to do so much damage. We'll see if it's going to be enough, though. Kimo is spamming those spearmen out. He doesn't have a lot of economy here. He's getting himself irrigation to try and boost that food up. He's throwing up the walls on the top corner. We've got the classic Matreiuss market here. It's mostly just a safe one. I'm sure Kimo will fix it up as we continue later into the game here, into that beautiful corner. But Kimo is just making sure that it's safe for the time being. Siege Workshop coming up, Barracks coming down. A very, very interesting idea here from Kimo in the very least to just neglect getting himself a Migdol in favor of getting those favor upgrades. Oh no, tell a lie, he's got a Migdol over here. Anyways, we see the Hippocon swinging around. I thought maybe forgo the Migdol, just go spam and get yourself a bunch of those economic upgrades. But nope, not here. So we see the Hippocon swinging around. No, he's getting himself Thracian horses and heavy cavalry. And Hydra. He's doing it all. He's doing it all, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I call an incredibly all-in mid-game idea from Matreiuss. The reason why it's all-in is that all of these upgrades that Matreiuss is getting, they slow him down so much and they can be defended so easily by towers. But with an Artemis power spike, with an Earthquake to boot, this is going to be incredibly tough to defend. Kimo is trying his darndest to get to the Mythic Age through Osiris because he's realizing what's going to come his way right now. And the question is going to be, is he going to be able to defend it or not? We see Sun-Dried Mudbrick. We see Fortified Town Centers. We see Masons. Kimo is ready for the Earthquake. Absolutely ready. We see more buildings coming up around this town center because Kimo realizes how important this location is to him. However, this is where all the farms are. That's 14 farms. There's only 8 farms over here. If an Earthquake comes onto this town center here, then Matreiuss is going to make a huge amount of damage. He's going to make so much damage here. As Kimo circles in here, going to try and take down these villages in this corner. Dead villagers. Nice raids by Kimo, but he is getting chased down by the Hydra and everything else. But he actually will get taken down there. It's funny. Spearmen trade good. Like heavy spearmen trade good against heavy cavalry or heavy hippocon. But Thracian horse, spirited charge, hippocon beat. Like trade way more efficiently against spearmen than the other way around. You basically need Horus spearmen to really start being in a good position. We do see a big locust over. We see a small locust over here that does no damage. That's super unfortunate for Kimo. He definitely needed that to help. We see Osiris coming through, Architects coming through as well as the Chimera hanging over on this location here. We do need to see Matreiuss using his Earthquake before that Architects comes in. This is a very, very smart technological upgrade for Kimo to have. It's going to have Mudbrick, Architects, Fortified Town Centers. This town center will not go down to an Earthquake here, but this one might. So we are seeing some buildings getting thrown up over here. Very smart by Kimo to get these started. Kimo's got a lot of wood in the bank as well, so he could definitely set this up. But Matreiuss has got himself this fortress. He's got himself the 3rd town center. We've seen the Hippocon sneaking in onto this location. It's the Earthquake will come down here. One option you can try here is to start targeting this down until the Hippocon will die and then Earthquake, and it'll probably fall. But otherwise, I'm not sure. It's going to be close. It doesn't go down. 1500 HP. This is what makes Kimo so good in this game. This is what makes Kimo so good in this game. Meanwhile, we see the Hippocon still swinging around. The villagers moving forward onto this gold mine. We still haven't seen a trade route started for Kimo. He does have the markets going up in the Kimo location. Love that. The town center is alive. You've got the units moving in. These Chimera, very, very good in this position here as well. Remember, these Hippocon are incredibly strong. We see the the Mercenary Cavalry popping out here for Kimo as the Hydra getting targeted down here ever so quickly. As we see Kimo just being a little bit cute there. He's empowering the Watchtower to get a little bit of extra damage in. The Pharaoh is out. We see the Mummy coming in. Going to be looking to try and get onto this Chimera. But oh no. Oh no. Kimo. He lost out just a little bit of HP there. As we see the Mummy, he's going to try and catch up to this Chimera. Oh, he jumps into the tree and he will get picked off there. I was going to say Matreiuss is one of the best players I've ever seen at avoiding mummies with Chimera, but that one, Kimo made that look very, very easy there. As now the Polyphemus is out, the Heliopolis is out, and this begs the question here. If Kimo's plan was to always go through Osiris, why not go Migdol cavalry here? Like, yeah, you can be scared of Prodromus all you want, but the opponent makes Prodromus, then you can make the Spearmen and they can feel much stronger. But now Matreiuss is going to be throwing up these sentry towers up on the front. Nice play here. They're going to be very good at countering those mercenary cavalry. So Kimo's going to have to make himself some of those catapults. And we'll see how that's going to go. He's got a lot of wood in the bank. Not very many resources at all, as it's looking like Matreiuss is doing beautifully here. 145 or 145 population to 137, 160 population. We see the Petropolis in, going to start sieging down buildings because that's what siege was actually used for back in the day. And here's the thing, guys. The reason why siege wasn't often used against armies was that the army would see the projectile coming and then like dodge it. Like they wouldn't like get killed by the siege weapons. So it doesn't like, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense that siege weapons would kill like an army of units very often. Like, and especially not like a whole bunch of splash damage onto an army of units very often. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you know where you hear where I'm coming from? Certain game where siege weapons are really good against units and not very good against buildings for some reason. You hear what I'm no? Okay. Anyways, we're moving onwards and upwards here as Matreiuss has got himself a really, really strong position here in this game with the Petropolis, with the watchtowers, with the crenellations. Very, very good. Going to be trying to take down this fortified town center, but with the help of the Son of Osiris. This is the repair thing we're talking about. But there is a way around this. You move in, you try and kill the Son of Osiris. That's it. That's what you got to do. You got to make that push in. Obviously, Matreiuss is trying to get himself some upgrades out. He's taking his time. But that is, in turn, going to let Kimo get himself the population he needs to continue here in this game. Meanwhile, we see some cheeky golden lions coming over here. Taking down the villagers, taking down the Hippocon. See the mercenary cavalry going after these Hippocon nicely as Kimo swings in with his heavy spearman. But he opts to kill the boars because, yes, indeed, the boars are too fierce. So instead of running for the tower here, we run for the spearman jabs and we kill the boar. And the villagers are forever saved. Now we've got guard towers out as Matreiuss is just such a good player. He's so strong, he's so smart, and he's really made it difficult for Kimo here in this game. I would love to see Matreiuss doing Matreiuss things by putting some stables up in this corner as well, just to make sure that never goes the way of Kimo. As we also see the catapult immediately getting targeted down. Meanwhile, this Son of Osiris, very, very tough to get picked off. We see a mummy coming in. We'll take down one of those Chimera there. No, he must have misclicked there because the Chimera lives. So another mummy is coming in. Got to be very, very good at controlling this. But now we've got the Atlanta out. We see the Chimera retreating away. Nice play there. We see the Son of Osiris dropping back in here. Needs to get back to repairing this town center. Otherwise, it will go down. We've got 4 Petropolis currently taking down this town center. We've got the rock flying over here as well. Now, the fortified town center back to repairing. Back to getting empowered. But it is actually losing HP now. It is actually losing HP. But the catapults are out, and they will start taking these guard towers down. I tell a lie, it's not losing HP at all, it's gaining HP. We got 4, well, down to 3 Petropolis here. Another fortress coming up, and this is going to be the fight here. But meanwhile, we've got raids coming through for Matreiuss. He realizes, like, you got to attack your opponent in multiple different locations. You got to deal damage, get your units to get as much damage dealt as they possibly can here. These villages all falling as Kimo is full focus over here, and meanwhile loses his town center. Deary made the Chimera coming in, going to be taking down these villages as well. The Polyphemus getting max damage done over on this location. The Son of Osiris currently idle, but ceasefire can come down now, and Matreiuss can take this town center for himself. Beautiful, beautiful play here by Matreiuss. Is going to get himself a 4-2 town center advantage. He's getting himself carpenters. Only just now is Matreiuss starting to farm. He's getting himself plow right now because there's so much food on this map, and this is part of the reason Matreiuss' economy has been so much stronger than Kimo's. Is that, yeah, Ra gets farms, cool. But if you don't hunt anything, that means there's double the amount of hunt. That means that's going to be double the time spent hunting rather than farming. And that's going to be very, very, very good for Matreiuss. And all of these towers here, these would have been farms on a normal map. But on a map like Marsh against Ra, No, we can build towers instead of farms. It's great if you can get all these catapults out. Get this Heliopolis out. You can live the dream. And now we will be seeing Kimo having to retreat away from this location. Migdol Stronghold getting dropped. Siege Works getting dropped as well. Now we see Polyphemus has managed to swing his club at the Son of Osiris. The Chimera going after these villages as well. And it's just looking like I just don't... Like Kimo has to figure out a way when you're in this position, when you're got a lot of idle, like what are they called? Spearmen, a lot of idle spearmen here. But Kimo has to figure out a way to attack Matreiuss where he is weak. Hit this gold mine. Hit this gold mine. Matreiuss doesn't have a trade route started right now. So Matreiuss' biggest weakness right now is gold. So if Kimo can hold his town center with mercenaries, get these spearmen on their job to hit these villages on these gold mines, he could seriously slow Matreiuss' push down, potentially even come back in this game here. This is the way of which you have to play from behind and from ahead. That's how it goes. As these mercenary cavalry are coming down, the towers aren't set up just yet, so it's a very, very easy defense, especially with the help of the Son of Osiris, which does deal hack damage, ranged hack damage, and a lot of it as well. So very, very strong anti-siege unit. But now we see Matreiuss switching it up into the Heliopolis, and we do see those spearmen going after those villages, but the villages do manage to escape here. Very, very nice. But he is still mining over on this gold mine. So I don't think that Kimo is fully aware that there's multiple gold mines he should be hitting here. And the gold is currently getting taken out. Oh, I thought Matreiuss didn't have a market because it wasn't in the bloody fucking corner of the map. Are you kidding me? What is this market? You're not even trying. He's not even trying. Deep breaths. Okay, neither player is trying though, to be honest. They both have a corner to themselves and they're not using it. But now we see the catapult coming back in onto this location. Matreiuss, 167 of 180 population. And we will see these catapult going down very fast, but there is a rock here. And this is what makes the rock so strong. This is a way in which you can avoid having to build walls on your front line, and you can make catapult work for Ra and Isis with the rock, and it's very, very good. And this is exactly what Kimo's doing, and it's beautiful. It's exactly what he should be doing. So we see the siege tower coming in, and this is something when I saw the rock change for 5.0, where the rock reduced the speed, I was like, yeah, it's fine, but the rock still has one very, very important use. And that's this use. Not necessarily what he's going to be doing with rock raids, which I don't think is very good anymore. But mostly sitting on the front line and dropping and shooting and dropping and shooting. But that's not happening anymore. Anyways, we see the raid coming over onto this location, pushing off this gold mine. And Matreiuss knows, shut the gold rate down of Kimo, shut the mercenary out, and we can keep pushing in. That's what he did to get the first town center down. We see the villagers repairing this town center up, and Matreiuss is even taking the farms that Kimo had. Very, very nice. So we see the villagers getting pushed back over here. Yet another Chimera special attack. Big, big damage down onto these villagers as they are one or two shots away from falling for the most part. We do see the Son of Osiris coming in here, trying to push these guys out. Matreiuss just taking his time here, still trying to get these fortresses up. He does have some militia out here. And the Hippocon are in on this position. You see how this game is continuing, and Matreiuss has realized that, yes, the hometown center is sometimes more difficult to kill than the second town center. And this gold mine just about to expire here, but the town center will fall very quickly. There is the Son of Osiris over here. Meanwhile, Matreiuss is pushing on both locations here with the help of the Petropolis. They can down the siege works. There is three, or I should say there are three siege towers in this siege work, so he's going to be able to go after this fortified town center very, very soon here. And there's the town center falling. It's the son of Asara is also going to fall. And Kimo is looking like there is not much he can do anymore. And Kimo taps out. Danny taps out. GG. Well played, Matreiuss, to take this game. This was not the final game they played in this series. So either player could have won it. For you guys out on the YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, definitely go check out Metaplays. Really, really nice play here from Matreiuss. I loved the response here from Matreiuss. I thought maybe straight to the Mythic Age was the way, but a delayed 2 Town Center Mythic Age was completely fine and reasonable for Matreiuss. You could see the villager differential from what he did stayed very, very even for the entirety of this game. And Matreiuss took it. Beautiful play here, showing off the Poseidon. I do think that the spearmen in this matchup don't make sense if you're not going for a Horus timing. So you want to start with, if you go for these more boomy builds, I do reckon you want to start with Cavalry, because if you can get Desert Wind Cavalry, that's very, very strong. And the only real counter to those is again, towers or like Prodromus. And then if they build Prodromus or they build towers, then you can start making your spearmen. And then you can get into a better position and maybe win with Wonder, maybe find some way to push forward. You do Kimo things and hold on and do your Ra shenanigans. But Matreiuss, such a strong player here and does deservingly win this game. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting that follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.